Hello everyone, how you doing? This is Pastor Emmanuel Ereku. Today we're discussing prayer, so prayer class 003. I hope the prayer series has been blessing you. Today let's look at fasting. Fasting is so critical. Fasting is so important. Like I humorously say, Jesus didn't fast for you. Okay? Fasting is not archaic. Now why do we fast? So many benefits, but let's highlight two of them. Number one, fasting helps you know and recognize the voice of God. All right, I didn't say fasting gets God talking, because God talks to you often. But the point is, do you know He's talking? Have you heard people say things like, my mind told me, I was suspecting, right? So when you're not sure about the voice of God, you would disobey Him, howbeit unknowingly. For example, God may have spoken to you about not marrying that fellow. You went ahead to marry him. The reason you went ahead was not because you wanted to disobey God, but because you're not certain that was God's voice. So I haven't made a mistake in certain areas, maybe in business, in traveling, or one of your life's decisions. Then you start thinking, it's like I had a dream. It's like God was telling me not to do this. You disobeyed, but not willfully. You are not sensitive enough. So what fasting does for you is this. It causes the voice of God to be obvious. You see, clear. It brings clarity. So it doesn't just get God talking. It gets you hearing. So you see what God is showing. It doesn't just get God to show you. It gets you to see. It doesn't just get God to speak. So fasting gets you seeing. Fasting gets you hearing. Fasting gets you feeling. Fasting gets you knowing. Let's say you want to listen to the radio, a station, let's say 92.5, and you're in 92.4, 90.3. At that point, you hear voices, but it's not so clear until you get to 92.5. What fasting does for you is to bring you to 92.5. Now, by the time you tune to 92.5, your radio station has been broadcasting all day. So you tune in your radio doesn't get the radio station to start working. They're working. But until you tune to their frequency, you can't hear what they're saying. You can't enjoy what they're broadcasting. So what fasting does for you is it tunes you up. So you are at God's frequency. When we are baby Christians, God comes to our level to speak to us. He keeps talking to you in a way that you understand. But it comes a point in time where He remains at His level. So you have to get yourself to that point. The important things of life are not known on the ground. They are known on the mountain. By that I mean, until you become spiritually sensitive, you may not know certain areas of your life. You may not understand what the Spirit of God is doing for you. So fast. Now, secondly, fast often. All right? Doing 21 days in January is fantastic. 7 days is great. But if you do just that once and then you eat all through the year, it's not going to matter much. You know why? The things of the Spirit have got more to do with consistency. All right? Consistency. It is better you're doing your fasting once every week, all right, than to fast 3 days in the year. It's better you're doing it every week. So pick a day. Every child of God should have a fasting day every week. It has to be every week. Pick a day where you're less busy and fast. Now, finally, there's some of us who fast and break. By that I mean, you just go not eating until you eat again. My dear, that's not fast. That's not fast. Because the power is not in the abstinence from food. There are children in war-torn countries. They don't have food to eat. Is that fast? No. So fasting is not abstaining from food alone. It is giving yourself to prayer and the word of God. So even if you're busy during the day, when you get less busy, take some time to pray while you are still fasting. So even though you're supposed to break your fast by 6, right, and you're busy till 6, don't break by 6. Wait until you have taken some time to pray and to meditate before you think about breaking your fast. Are you following? So fast often, at least once a week. Pray and study while fasting. Have yourself a great spiritual walk. God bless you. See you in the next class. Have a tremendous weekend. Bye-bye.